Yes then YouTube, a very quick 4-4-2 custom tactics video. My favourite formation on EAFC 24, I was about to call it FIFA 24 there, on EAFC 24 in my opinion, I absolutely love it. A very quick video, I've just got out of the shower so my hair is very wet, so let's get straight into the custom tactics. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com, link is down in the description below, use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. So you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. But one thing that I have been saying in many of my videos, and I will say it again, is that pressure on heavy touch is good. And it is good and it is a viable option, just not as good as balanced. Press after possession loss is a complete no-go at this moment in time. It drains your stamina so much that it's just not worth it. And there's something you can do on the defensive depth anyway to kind of get that press after possession loss feel without it draining your stamina like it did. So pressure on every touch, definitely give it a go if you want, but I much prefer balance. The defensive width, I do make it a little bit more narrow in the 4-4-2, so it is only on 45. I don't go all the way down to like 40 or anything like that I do go in some of my formations, because I think 4-4-2 is very good anyway in the defensive, kind of like how it sets up defensively. So I make it a little bit more narrow just to make us harder to defend, make us harder to break down when we're defending. So that's why I go with a 45. If that's a little bit too narrow for you though, just leave it on 50. You won't find too much of an issue with that. The defensive depth, you have two options, okay? Option number one is the option that I use, and that is of course the 71 depth. If any of you don't know what that does, it automatically offside presses for you and automatically offside traps for you. So your team is very high up the pitch, kind of suffocating your opponent. Your opponent's kind of got nowhere to go when we're playing on it. I absolutely love it. But I understand if some of you don't want to use that because you do find it a little bit too high. So if that is too high for you, or you are on old gen, I would recommend 55 depth. This little holy trinity that I've been using for many years kind of works and I absolutely love it. Balanced 45, 55. It's just at this moment in time that 71 depth is so OP. I kind of feel like I have to use it. So that's why I'm using it. The offense, of course, is going to be balanced and direct passing. Your absolute bread and butter. One thing I would say, though, if you are on old gen, long ball and balance is good. I kind of was using that a lot last year. It's good again. So maybe give that a go if you're kind of a little bit bored or just don't like the balance of direct passing. See if you like it. The offensive width is going to be 50. I don't touch it. I really like where my left mid and my right mid are anyway. I kind of like that they're a little bit wider and not too narrow. I like where my two strikers are in terms of width and everything. So there's just no, what's the saying, YouTube? If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that's the saying. Players in the box, of course, is going to be 7. The more players that we have in the box, the more likely we are to score a goal. It's just that simple, YouTube. My spreadsheet backs it up. My data backs it up. Everything that I do with my custom tactics, they all back it up. So pretty self-explanatory really. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. This is how I set my team up in the 4-4-2, although it's not, it's Danjuma on the right. So there we go. Player instructions, they haven't really changed that much in the 4-4-2. It was only a little tweak here and there. So stay central, get in behind, and come back on defence on both my strikers. I kind of want to close that gap off, kind of like the 4-2-2. I want to close this gap off between my 2 central midfielders and my 2 strikers. And you might think it's a defensive option, and it kind of is a defensive option. But also it is actually an offensive option because we then have more passing lanes when we've got the ball. It's kind of like a really little good tip that you can use. So definitely one that you should use. Get in behind and stay central. I don't want my strikers venturing out wide. We've got a left midder and a right midder that could do that anyway. And they're getting behind. You need it in case you want to play them balls in behind. The left mid and the right mid are on exactly the same. So come back on defence, get in behind, and get into the box for cross. I actually have been experimenting with like stay wide and cut inside. I don't really find much of a difference with it at all. So I kind of just leave it on balance width. So I'm a right mid as well. Come back on defence, get in behind, and get into the box for cross. Very important to get into the box for cross when playing a 4-4-2. It gives us that added extra attacking prowess and just more players in the box. And like I said, according to my spreadsheet and according to just me playing the game, I know it. The more players that we have in the box, we score more goals. You know, if we have a shot with our right midder and our left midder is on getting to the box for cross, he will be there for the tap-in if the keeper parries it to him. He will be there for the RBA or R1X across the box if we're running down the byline, because the other midfielder, the left midder or the right midder, they are also on getting to the box for cross. So it's so key in my opinion. The 2 central midfielders though, you have 2 options, okay? So option 1 is the option that I am running. I have my more defensive-minded central midfielder, so my informed Jude Bellingham on my road to glory. He is on stay back while attacking and cover centre, while then the more attack-minded central midfielder, of course my Musiala, is then on balanced attack and cover centre. So I kind of like, I want one of my central midfielders, my more attack-minded one, my Musiala, to get involved with the attacking play. That's what I want. I want him to get involved in that attacking third. I don't really want him just to sit there with my other central midfielder, because I feel like I sometimes need a little bit of creativity or a little bit of a third man run coming deep from the box, coming deep from like outside the box, if you know what I mean. If you don't like that, and if you're struggling defensively, put both of them on stay back while attacking, and then you can manually attack with one of them if you want to. But I really wouldn't recommend that, YouTube. I would recommend having one of your more defensive-minded players on stay back while attacking and cover centre, and then your more attack-minded player on balanced attack and cover centre. Just so that attack-minded player will get forward and help out in the attacking third as well. Both my left back and my right back, YouTube, are on stay back while attacking. I don't attack with my left back and right back at all. I don't think it's needed. And then my goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my updated 4-4-2 custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please drop it a like for me. Drop a comment down below. And hit that subscribe button to my channel. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.